Is China facing an overcapacity issue? And should the world be concerned? Hear the perspective of Andrew Ferris, CEO of Ecognosis Advisory.
By all means, impose tariffs on EVs and on batteries and on cellular, telephones or whatever, if in fact there is a lot of evidence that these are state subsidized. But please, oh please, please, don't bring this nonsensical argument of excess capacity. If excess capacity is the case, then Elon Musk must have excess capacity coming out of his ears, because apparently he's exporting quite a lot of his output.
Recently, some politicians and media outlets in the United States and the West have been discussing the China overcapacity theory. They accuse China of flooding the global market with cheap solar panels, lithium batteries, and electric vehicles, which they claim disrupts the global supply-demand balance, lowers prices of new energy products, distorts pricing mechanisms, and harms the sustainability of global manufacturing. For China, these statements are nothing new. Over a decade ago, the United States also complained that China's overcapacity in the steel and aluminum industries was affecting jobs for American manufacturing workers. According to the usual approach of Western nations, the overcapacity theory is really just an excuse to implement trade protectionist measures against Chinese new energy products. In theory, overcapacity occurs when an industry's production capacity greatly exceeds demand, leading to a noticeable surplus in supply and a sharp drop in prices. Clearly, this definition ties overcapacity to a supply-demand imbalance. Meanwhile, Russia's President Vladimir Putin has called the US allegations of China's EV overcapacity nonsense. He said, "Don't they know who determines whether there is overproduction or not? If China produces a certain number of cars and the market absorbs them all, then what kind of overproduction are we talking about?" Putin argued that the US efforts to limit growth are harmful, including to the US economy, as consumers would face higher cost-seeking alternatives, leading to higher inflation. So, why is the West, particularly the United States, accusing China of overcapacity? The anxiety over Chinese overcapacity likely stems from recent experiences in the solar industry. Industrial policy helped Chinese solar panel producers lead globally, making solar panels one of the new 3 exports. However, it also triggered a price war that caused many firms to fail and the industry to experience turmoil. Aside from the major shock from pandemic lockdowns, capacity utilization in China has mostly fluctuated between 73% to 78% over the past decade. How does China's capacity utilization compare internationally? The data shows that China's national level capacity utilization is on the lower side, but still well above the lowest levels. For example, the United States had a utilization rate of 77.4% in the first quarter of 2024. Germany's was a healthy 81.3%, while South Korea and Thailand's were lower at 71.3% and 60.5%, respectively. On a country level, China does not appear to be facing a significant overcapacity problem. For the electric vehicle EV industry in China, there is no overcapacity issue in terms of either capacity utilization or export prices. Currently, the capacity utilization rate of China's EV industry has reached the normal threshold of 80%. China is the world's largest market for pure electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. Domestic sales grew by 36% year-on-year in 2023 and are expected to increase by around 25% year-on-year in 2024. Additionally, although China became the country with the highest car export volume for the first time in 2023, the proportion of exports to production is much lower than that of Germany, Japan, and South Korea. Moreover, the prices of Chinese exported cars, especially electric vehicles, are rising rather than falling. The price of Chinese electric vehicles in the European and Mexican markets is about twice that of their domestic markets. Furthermore, the current capacity of China's electric vehicles cannot meet the future demand for the global energy transition. According to estimates by the IA, global demand for new energy vehicles will reach 45 million units by 2030, which is more than 3 times the global sales in 2023 and nearly 5 times China's production in 2023. This indicates that Chinese electric vehicles have strong competitiveness in terms of both price and quality. In conclusion, overcapacity is a vague and misleading term. The politics surrounding it have led Janet Yellen, the US Treasury Secretary, to dismiss the basic economic theory that international trade will cease if every nation only produces to meet its consumption needs. In other words, Janet Yellen is essentially saying that the US cannot compete with China's solar, EV, and lithium battery industries, but the livelihoods of US workers must be protected. Therefore, production capacity must be allocated and the benefits shared. So, do you think China's overcapacity issue is real, or is it just fabricated Western hype? Share your thoughts and leave your comments below. If you like what you watch, please like the video and subscribe to this channel to show your support. Thank you for watching.